In this video, I want us to work along together and do these sums while you're watching the video. So what I want you to do is pause the video now and have a look at these sums and see if you can do them. And then when you've had a go, you can unpause the video and you can watch me work through them and see where you went wrong. Or if you're not sure and you just want a reminder, we can work through the first sum together and then you can have a go at the second sum, or we'll work through the first two and then you can have a go at the third. All right. If I'm talking too slow, you can always increase the playback speed. Down here, there'll be a little cogwheel button. And if you go to playback speed, you'll be able to change it to maybe 1.75 or 1.5. And then you'll be able to hear me talking more quickly. So let's have a look at this question up here, okay? In the sequence shown below, you add the previous two numbers to get the next number. So the rule is you add the previous two, the two numbers before, to get the next number. So let's look here and have an example. So 5 plus 8. If I add these two together, I get the next number. So 5 plus 8 would be 13. Brilliant. If I add 8 and 13, I will get 21, don't I? Yeah, perfect. Okay, so let's see what the questions are. Write down the next two numbers of the sequence. All right, well, we have to write down the two numbers here. Okay, so the rule is we add the previous two numbers. So to get this number here, we have to add these two numbers. So 13 plus 21, okay? That is 34. 34. Okay, now we have that number. We can get the next number. So 21 plus 34. 21 plus 34. That would be 55, wouldn't it? Excellent. Okay, so we've done that question. We can cross it off. Next one is write down the number that came before 5. Okay, this number here. Right. We're told that the rule by rule, or the term by term rule, is that if we add the previous two numbers, we get 8. Okay, so if I wanted to get 8, I would have had to add the previous two numbers. Okay, so I would have had to add these two numbers so that I would get 8. But I don't know what this number is, but I know that if I add 3 to 5, I will get 8, won't I? And that's the answer. Okay. The first term of a sequence is 5. Perfect. Okay, we'll just write that down. 5 is the first term with a little comma. And then the term-to-term rule is add 6. Okay, well, the rule is add 6. I'll put that up there. So what is the second term of the sequence? Okay, well, 5 plus 6 is 11. Done. Excellent. Oh, it won't let me draw, but I'll just tick it. Done. What is the fifth term? Okay, maybe now it'll let me do it. It will. What is the fifth term? Well, let's go through. Okay, so plus 6, 5, plus 6 is 11, 11 plus 6 is 17. That's the third term. Then plus 6 is 23. That's the fourth term, isn't it? Plus another 6 is 29. So the fifth term is 29. That's the first. That's the second. The third, the fourth, and that's the fifth. Okay. Now, let's go on to the next one. So a sequence begins 3, 4, 6, and 10. I'll just write that over here. 3, 4, 6, and 10. The rule for counting the sequence is double the last number and subtract 2. Okay, let's see. For example here, double 3 and then take away 2. Double 3 is 6 and minus 2 is 4. Okay, that's true. Double 4 is 8, minus 2 is 6. Double 6 is 12, minus 2 is 10. Okay, I can see how that's the rule. So what is the next number in this sequence? Well, the rule is double the last number, subtract 2. So we double 10, which would be 20, and then subtract 2, so it's 18. Brilliant. Okay, let me just get rid of those and we'll go on to the next one. All right. If you haven't had a go at this yet, pause it and have a go, okay? So let's go through question by question. Okay, number one. For each of these sequences, the first 4 terms and the rules are given. Write down the next 3 terms of each sequence. Okay, so we know the rule and we know the sequence. We have the sequence here. So we just need to write down the next 3 terms, okay? So I'll just write out space here so I know I have to write out 3 terms. So here we have 2, 4, 6, and 8. Add 2 to the last term. Okay, so we're going up in 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Brilliant, done. All right, number 2. Again, we're just getting the next 3 terms. Okay, what's the rule? Add the previous 2 terms together. Okay, 2 plus 4 is 6. 4 and 6 is 10. So the next one would be 6 plus 10 is 16, isn't it? Now, 10 plus 16 is 26. And then 16 plus 26 is 42. That one's a tricky one. 1, 2, 3, number 3. I'll just draw out the lines as well. Double the last term. Okay, double 2 is 4, double 4 is 8, double 8 is 16. Grand. Double 16, 16 times 2 is 32. And then double this term is 64. And double this term is 128. If you need to use the calculator, that's totally grand. You'll have a calculator in any test you do in secondary school in maths. Now, 2, 4, 10, 28. Well, we're getting the next 3 numbers, and the rule is multiply the last term by 3 and then take off 2, so subtract 2. So the last term here was 28. So 28 multiplied by 3. Whew, that's a big one to do in my head. All right, that would be 3 20s are 60, and then 3 8s are 24. So 24 plus 60 is 84, and then take away 2. 84 take away 2 is 82. Oh, this number's going to get big. I think that I'm going to need to get a calculator. All right. So multiply the last term by 3. So 82 multiplied by 3 equals 246 minus 2 equals 244. 244. Okay, the next one, we get 244 multiplied by 3 equals 732 minus 2 equals 730. 730. Okay, perfect. So we've answered all those questions. If you have any questions, you can always send me an email. All right, the last question that we're going to do today is the 6th term of a sequence is 11. All right, so let's just draw out lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So the 6th sequence, or the 6th term, is 11. What is the 5th term and what is the 1st term? And the term by term rule is subtract 3 minus 3. Okay, so as we go up, as the sequence continues, we are going to be subtracting 3. Okay, so we know that this is the 6th, and this is the 5th, and this would be the 7th, wouldn't it? So each time we're subtracting 3 as it goes on. All right, so the 7th would be 8, and then the 8th would be 5. So that's if we're going this way along the sequence, okay? But they're asking us to work our way backwards. So if we're going backwards, we need to do the opposite, okay? We need to add 3. So what's the fifth term in the sequence? It is 14. What would be the fourth? So it would be another add 3. The fourth term would we be adding 3 to 14, that's 17. Add another 3, that's 20. Add another 3, that's 23. And add another 3, that's 26. So our first term is 26, and our fifth term is 14. So they tried to trick you here because a common mistake would be that people would go backwards here and they would minus 3, minus 3, minus 3. But it's only minus 3 if we are continuing the sequence, okay? But we were working backwards. And when you're working backwards, you do the opposite of what the term-to-term rule is. Okay, hopefully those sums were okay, and let me know if you're struggling with any of them, and I can go through them again, or we can do a similar sum but slightly different.